everyone, welcome back to Code with Akshi. This is day 13 of a Python for Beginners series. In today's video, we will learn Python typecasting. We will understand what typecasting is, what is the difference between implicit and explicit typecasting, the common functions like int, float, string, boolean, along with the practical examples. So now let's get started. First, let's understand what typecasting means. Typecasting means it's converting one data type into another data type. For example, a string can be converted into an integer can be converted into a float, or a float can be converted into a string. So let's look at this example. Here, the variable age stores the value 21 inside the quotation mark. So, Python treats it as a string. So, when we use int of age, so the Python converts that string into an integer. Now, if we check the data type again, using type, it changes from string to integer. So, this process is called as typecasting. Now let's learn about implicit typecasting. Implicit means automatic. Python automatically converts one data type into another whenever it is safe to do so. So in this example, A is an integer and B is a float. So when we add them together, Python automatically converts the integer into a float. So the answer becomes 12.5 and the result is of type float. We don't have to write any conversion code. The Python does it automatically. So that's why it's called as implicit typecasting. Now let's see about explicit typecasting. Explicit means manual conversion. Here, the programmer tells the Python exactly which data type to convert. So, in this example, the value 22 is stored as a string. Using int, we manually convert it into an integer. Now, Python understands it as a number instead of text. So whenever you use functions like int, float or string, you are performing explicit typecasting. Python provides some built-in functions for typecasting. The first one is int. So it converts a value into an integer. Next is float. It converts a value into a decimal numbers. So then we have string. Means it converts numbers into a text or a strings. Finally, boolean means it converts a value into either true or false. So these functions are very useful whenever we need to work with different types of data in Python. So now let's see a real life example. Suppose the user enters the price using the input function. So remember, input always returns a string. But if we want to perform calculations, we must first convert that string into a number. Here, we use float to convert the input into a decimal number. Then we add 100 to it. So if the user enters 500, the output becomes 600.0. So before doing calculations, always convert the input into the correct data type. So let's look at a common mistakes the beginners make. Here the variable contains the word Python. So now we are trying to convert it into an integer using int. But this is not possible because Python is not a number. So Python gives an value error. So only numeric strings like 1, 2, 3, 50, 1000 can be converted into an integers. So always check your data before converting it. So now let's quickly revise today's lesson. Today we learned about what typecasting is. We understood implicit typecasting where Python converts the data automatically, and we also learned explicit typecasting where we manually convert the data using functions. Then we explored the most common functions, that is int, float, string and boolean, where we have used str, and for boolean we have used bool. So finally, we saw a real life examples and learned how to avoid common mistakes. So practice these examples on your own, because the more you practice, the more you confident you will become. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Code with Akshi. I will see you in day 14 with another exciting Python lesson. Happy coding, and this quote is for you. Thank you.